Learning vocabulary is of paramount importance if you're learning a new language. However, learning phrasal verbs are necessary, especially in English. So, if you want to speak like native speakers, learn the phrasal verbs. Today, I'm gonna teach you some simple but very practical phrasal verbs. Let's go! Okay, so what is a phrasal verb? It's a verb that consists of a verb here and a particle. Okay, a particle is like a preposition, but if it is added to the phrasal verb, we call that a particle. So, verb plus particle. But what is the importance of that particle? Okay, so let's go. Cut. Cut. Okay, you know cut. For instance, cut the vegetables, cut the meat, or even cut your finger. Okay, so, but here we have off. How about off? If there is cut here as cutting something, okay, turning something into pieces, if you put off beside cut, the meaning changes, okay? Normally in phrasal verbs, if you add a particle to the verb, the meaning changes, okay? So here, cut off. What's the meaning of that? Let's go to our example to learn more. While talking, so while talking, we were cut off. This is our example. So while talking, we were cut off? No, it's not, okay? So it's not the meaning here. We understand that they are talking on the phone. Okay, so some people are talking on the phone and they say, while talking, we were cut off. It means, while talking, we were disconnected. So the normal verb is disconnected. You can either use disconnected or cut off. Cut off is much more informal. So while we were talking, we were cut off. Okay, so let's go to the next phrasal verb. Do you have a good relationship with your friends? So let's go to the next phrasal verb, which means having a good relationship. So let's go. Get. You know the meaning of get. Get something. Okay, so get something, it means to take something or to buy something. For instance, I can say, I got some milk. Okay, it means I bought some milk. However, here we have two particles. Okay, so one of the particles is along. Get along. Get along means having a good relationship. So, having a good relationship means get along. How about with? If I want to add somebody here, okay? So, get along with somebody I need with. Okay, this is another particle. So, sometimes some phrasal verbs have more than one particle. They can be three-part phrasal verbs. So they are considered as three-part phrasal verbs. Let's go. Now, there is an example here without with, okay? See? We get along quite well. We get along quite well. It means we have a good relationship. We have a good relationship. For instance, I'm talking about my friend and I. So I can say we get along quite well. You know, instead of just using a lot of vocabulary like this, have a good relationship, you can say, we get along quite well. That's it. Let's see. Now, how about with? What's the usage of with here? So let's go. I get along with Sam. I want to tell you who I have a good relationship with. Okay, so here I say Sam. I get along with Sam. It means I have a good relationship with Sam. And here, if I don't have a good relationship, I can just put the negative auxiliary here, okay, in order to make this sentence negative. I don't get along with unkind people, the people who are not kind. So I don't get along with them. It means I don't have a good relationship with these people, unkind people. So that's cool. And let's see, we learned different forms of get along. So what was the first phrasal verb that we learned? Do you remember? Cut off. So cut off. Cut off means get disconnected, okay? Getting disconnected or disconnect. Cut off or disconnect, we can say, while we are talking on the phone. Let's see. How about get along or get along with? Means having a good relationship with people. If you want to add an object, you need with here, okay? So with is needed if there is an object. But if you're just talking as a group, like for instance, we, you don't need an object here. And for instance, I'm talking about my friend and I say, we get along, okay? It means we have a good relationship. Or we can say, we don't get along. It means we don't have a good relationship. So we learned two very important phrasal verbs. Let's go to the next one. If you found some money by chance, what would you do? Okay, let's go to the phrasal verb that we have here. Come, okay? You know the meaning of come. So it's really easy. Come is opposite of go. So somebody comes, some people go like this. So let's see. Come across. But if you add across as a particle to come, the meaning totally changes. Okay, so what can be the meaning of that? What was my question that I asked before, just introducing this phrasal verb? Do you remember? If you found some money by chance, what would you do? Okay, so let's go. Come across, I gave it away. It means to find something by chance and unexpectedly. So, come across something. For instance, we can talk about the scientists. Scientists can come across different results while they are doing some research. Or even you're walking and you can come across some sweet animals or sweet cats. So come across, it means meet by chance or to find something by chance. Let's go to our example. Here, I came across old photos. So you're just looking for something in your closet. So just you're looking everywhere, you cannot find that. But suddenly you come across old photos. It means you find old photos by chance. Let's go. I came across old photos. It means I found old photos by chance. So you can say finding something by chance, but it's better to add some variety in your speaking and use some phrasal verbs which are normally used in the native language that you are learning. It's really important. So find by chance is come across. Let's go. What was the first phrasal verb? Cut off. It means disconnect. So, cut off, disconnect. How about the second one? Get along with. Get along with means have a good relationship with. And the new phrasal verb that we've just learned is come across. It means find by chance. Let's go to the next one. Do you ever cancel your meetings or dates? So let's go to our phrasal verb. Here, there is another phrasal verb, call. Okay, call somebody. It means, for instance, I call my friend on the phone. Okay, or I call somebody. I say, hey, Sarah, come here. I call that person. So it has the normal meanings like these. So let's go. Here we have off. Call off. Call off. So how about call off? What's the meaning of that? Call off means, so what was my question? Do you ever cancel your meetings or dates? Cancel. Let's go. So here, they called off the concert. So they called off the concert. It means they canceled the concert. Okay, so if you want to use the verb cancel, you can just replace it by call off. So call off something. Call off a meeting, call off a date, call off a concert, or whatever. Okay, so whatever you want to just talk about, you can just use call off. Some phrasal verbs are separable. Okay, separable means they can be separated. You know, here we haven't separated that. So we say called off the concert. Okay, after that we have our object. However, sometimes this object that you see here can go between the verb and the particle. Okay, so let's go to grammatical points below. Let's see. They called the concert off. So we can use it like this. It is another alternative, which is grammatically correct. Let's see. They called off the concert, or they called the concert off. We can put the object between the verb and its particle. It is possible. So let's go. If our object is a pronoun, okay? If our object is a pronoun, like it, him, her, okay, like me, you, like this. These are the object pronouns. If the object is pronoun, you cannot put the pronoun after the phrasal verb. So it's wrong, it's totally wrong. You need to only put this object between your verb and the particle. They called it off. So if your phrasal verb is separable, okay? If it is not separable, like for instance, get along with. So get along with somebody. It is not separable. It is inseparable. And you cannot use that. So you should only say, she gets along with me. So she gets along with me is correct to say. But these types of phrasal verbs are separable. We can separate them. You can just find out about them more in the dictionaries, okay? By degrees, you can learn them and you understand the differences between the separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. So that was all about this part. Have you got sick recently? And how did you recover from your illness? How did you recover? How did you recover? How did you recover? So, get over. Get over means recover. Let's go. Get here again means buying something or taking something, okay? But get over together, it means recover, okay? Recover from your illness. It means getting better, okay? After an illness. We call that get over. Even we can use it for a feeling, okay? So for instance, somebody is heartbroken or somebody is depressed. And after a while, you see that that person is good, fine, okay? And you can say that, oh my God, you just got over that situation, okay? You got over your illness or you got over your sadness. You can just use that, okay? Get over something. Let's see. Here, she got over her illness. So here you see that we can just change the tense of the phrasal verb very easily. So these are some normal verbs. Only the meanings are different, you know. The meanings are not some meanings that we are familiar with. Okay, so that's because of the particle. The particle is to be blamed for it. Let's see. She got over her illness. So she got over her illness. Let's see. It means she recovered from her illness. She recovered from her illness. So we learned 2 phrasal verbs out of get, okay? So one of them was get along with. So get along with means having a good relationship, okay? And another one is get over, means recovered, okay? So we had also other phrasal verbs. Call off. Do you remember the meaning of that? Call off means cancel. How about cut off? Cut off means disconnect. So you need to just learn the phrasal verbs in the context. Just use them. Try to replace them by the verbs you already know. You know most of these verbs that I told you. However, try a new way of making sentences and make your sentences beautiful by phrasal verbs. They're really beautiful and they can just enrich your sentences. Now, let's just see. They were some phrasal verbs and I hope that you learned them.